Hey everyone, Landstryder here and welcome to Future's Edge episode 24. How's everyone doing today? In between episodes, I made set up here the matter transmitter and the matter receiver. It took a bit to work out, and if you look in my text back here, I accidentally completed the wrong quest. I think that was a big issue. But I made the matter transmitter, and I made it in this. And you can see here, here's a machine frame from where I was making one earlier. But it didn't count in the better questing book, so I've had to go in and make it, like complete it. I wasn't going to make another one. I thought, no thank you. But we made the matter receiver. We're going to get machine frame and a dimlet parcel, I think. Looks like dimlet parcel. And the matter transmitter, same deal probably. Let's just do that. But our next quest is go to Dimension 2, which we have created earlier. It's currently charging up using the power. Some of you may have noticed, I derped up in the last episode. This photovoltaic cell, the good one, so the one that puts out like, I don't know, whatever it is, 160 or something RF tick, I put on that gun there. So that one had an amazing power supply, which I've since replaced with that little 10 RF a tick one, because it shoots, each bullet or projectile is 2 RF, and it holds about 100k, so 100,000 RF is going to last me quite a while at 2 RF a shot. So I figured, let's just put the little one on there, and I may do that for the other one over there. This one's running off, this one here is running off this power, so that's not an issue. But I may take one of these yellow, orange solar panels or whatever, drop it on that one over there, and then bring its solar panel back here just to keep this battery topped up. So again, this isn't going so great. Any power I use is currently dumping into the Dimension Builder. I went over Aussie's base and took all these melons and apples and threw them in here. And yeah, Aussie, you can bill me for that as well. Sent me a message saying he's going to bill me for the items. So the other thing I've done is made this, which has done what the Beyond server did and derp up and make the image disappear. I hope it's still working. We've got the water tank up here, we've got the pipes connected up and the sprinklers. As I said, you can see the particles in the sky there. Potatoes and melons and wheat, and our flax working well. Well, not as well as it could be, but it's working. Melons are all planted out here. They seem to be working okay. That's all full. There was a comment about only being able to pull out of the bottom of a farming station. I found that when I load back in, it doesn't work until I break this conduit, and then it works again. It starts working and starts pumping items through, which is very odd. I'm not sure why it does that. See, now it's pumping them in. But yeah, we need a lot more items for this side. So I think I may end up ditching seeds and either going with potatoes or with some more melons or some pumpkins or something else that gives me drops, because this isn't, it's not keeping up. I don't know if I can use this. Can I use you? Please tell me I can use. Do you work though? Not much power in here because it's I took the solar off this line and put it over there. But I guess what I'd like to do is maybe let's leave the big one here, the one, no, that's the 40. This is the 160. Let's put that one there, and really, that's where you place. I click you on the top here, and you go, no, I'm going to place wherever I feel like, which isn't where you want it. Should probably sleep through the night. First thing I'm going to do though is this charge porter that I made, I don't know, a few episodes ago. I'm going to shift right click onto this matter receiver, and whenever I teleport now, I'll teleport back onto here. Cool. So I can use that to get back from my dimension that I'm about to transfer into. My fingers are crossed. I don't want to die. Hopefully we're all good there. But we need to go and check out this other dimension. Let's just right click these. Cool, we got some stuff. In you go. And then let's just clean up our inventory a little bit. I don't think I need that or that at the moment. Or you. Food. Mining bag which has some stuff in it. Wonder. No, that doesn't work. Mining bag is empty. Dump that all in there. Alright, so I guess we need to take a little bit of a trip to this other dimension. So I'm as prepared as I'm ever going to be, I think. We've got a bit of power stored in here. It's using ADR per tick. It's got 2.5 million in it. So let's select dialing device. We'll go to ID 2 and dial it. I should just dial once probably. Here we go. Okay. Wow, we're obviously really high. 128? I've never actually spawned inside one of these houses before, so that's pretty cool. Or is this the new way of doing it? 110. Really? This is the world you give me? What's that? It's mud, isn't it? Oh, that's nasty. That is nasty. I'm pretty sure that's quicksand. I don't know if I can get down to that. Let's have a look. Hey, look. Oh. So let's put this. This world's terrible. One of those houses over there. I wish I could fly. Alright, let's just do this. Wow. Can't dig it. Can't do nothing. Come on. Yep, that's quicksand. It's over there. Some sort of structure. Well, this is a pretty ugly world. So we're gonna get, I don't know, one of them. Paradise. What's paradise? What paradise is this? Surely you found the perfect reality by now. I don't know. What's this one? I don't know how to get to this one. It just wants me to go to paradise. Dimension question mark. Not sure how to get to that. Alright, I'm going to teleport back home. Whoosh. So that dimension is like pretty average if you ask me. Pretty average indeed. I wouldn't mind, there is a block that stops it from using power when you're not in the world. I just can't remember what it's called. Yeah, there's a particular block. Programmer, injector, elevator. Activity probe. That's it there. Some shards, couple of ender pearls, and a machine frame. Or energy extractor. Alright, give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What I've done is I've made a couple more of these machine frames up. I'm going to make both the activity probe, which is quite easy, so we can do that like right now. And you'd need one of these per dimension that you want to, hold the energy in. The other thing I'm going to do is make the extractor. So I'm going to need 4 blocks of redstone and another ender pearl. I've got that. Okay, I need the redstone. Let's go have a look over here. Cool. We are getting a bit of lag, and I'm wondering if it's from that generator because it's not running as effectively as it could. Let's throw you in there. Let's make it. Okay, 1 energy extractor. So what I'm going to do is I don't like this dimension 2. So I'm going to go and put this away. Going to put. Kind of covered up everything too, haven't I? Let's put this here. Or is this just extracted out of the world? I thought you could put these things in it. That's weird. Doesn't quite work the way I expect it to. I thought I could place this down. Oh, it only works in that dimension. So I would need to take a phased field generator with me. Let's do that. Let's charge you up. You are good. Let's make the phased field generator, which what it does is it protects you in a world when it has no power. I mean, obviously, slowly this thing's burning through all that RF it's got. But I don't know why I keep coming back in here. I do it all the time. One of them. Get some redstone. Really? Said no redstone in here at all. There's some redstone. Alright, so we've got a phased field generator, and as I said, this protects me while I'm in an RF tools dimension. Wow, holds a lot of power too. This protects me while I drain the power out of this thing because it's a lot of power. I don't know whether I need a capacitor or anything. Don't think I've got any capacitors. Or whether I need to grab like RF Tools has its own energy setup. Go on blank here. They are here. Power cells. That one can hold 1 million. And they're actually fairly cheap in the grand scheme of things. Don't have any prismarine at the moment, but machine frame and they're not that bad. If it was a standard machine frame recipe, that's actually quite cheap. Let's see. Are you finished charging? Yes. Let's give this a go. I've never tried this. Well, I've got the dimension on me. We're going to duck over to that dimension. I mean, I suppose I could get a boat. Will a boat work? Before we go too far, it's got tons of energy in it. Let's get a boat. Does boat work on mud? Why am I walking over there again? Why am I doing it? Kaboot. No. That's why. Because it won't work properly for me. One of them, thanks. Cool. Let's jump into that world. Yoink. And it's not going down any faster than it was before, so that's not a big issue. If I put a boat there, Nope. Wow. That's terrible. Yikes. No. I give up. Energy extractor. Oh, you working? I don't know how this works. Alright, well, that's a bust. There's a vein miner when you need it. Pretty disgusting world. So I guess I've lost all the power that's in here because I can't seem to... I must have to connect that to something. Oh well. Cool. Let's head back. Nice. Charge that up. Put this away for now. Let's go and just dump some stuff. Activity probe, and we'll make another one of these. You can go away. Actually, it's got 50,000 power in it. I'll put that on there and go. Does it have power now? Nah. Okay, so it only holds a tiny little bit. Not enough, I say. Not enough. Alright, let's try again in making this. So let's throw him in here. Extract him. And we need a dimlet. Wow. Dimlet. Let's just get a number. I think we can make digit dimlet. So we can make one of these. Really? Missing everything. Need paper. So I'll grab some paper. We'll make one of these up and we'll make a different dimension and hopefully we can get something better than whatever the junk is we got now. Mud? Really? Like quicksand? Be alright if I had like vein miner from Coolcraft or something. Vein mine all that mud. Alright. Yeah, world has become very laggy since I put that behemoth in there. So let's make paper. I need wood. I need some redstone. Cool. Let's make one of them as torch. Cool. It's a digit dimlet. We can throw this in here and store it, and we'll get, should be dimension 3 when it's finally done. Let's run out here and let's make it. Creation cost 1,000 RF a tick. So this one's a little bit more expensive. It needs 100 RF a tick to to work. This is generating 85 at the moment. Sure why, not sure what time of day it is. So I kind of need, I don't know if this works. I don't know if that will stop this pumping out, but need a little bit more power over here. Considering whether to run this cable out there. I don't think I've got any more one conductive iron there. Let's see. Because it's only just holding it. It's got 5.5 million RF, but it's night time now, so let's have a nap. Get it back into daytime, so we're getting a little bit more power generated. We'll head to another dimension and check that out. I want a decent dimension. I don't want all this junk. Go away. Ooh. Take these things with us. Activity probe. Don't need the extractor probably. You can go away. Take the activity probe just in case it's a decent one and we don't want it to waste power while we're not in there. Because at the moment this is using power because it does. If I go in there and place this activity probe, that will no longer need power. Let's just go 93, dial once. Shenanigans. Oh, these are terrible. I don't know if this is doing it on purpose or what, but let's place that down and we'll go and have a bit of a look. We're at Y63. This doesn't really matter, does it? There's one of those buildings. I don't know what's under here. Probably nothing. It's probably 63 levels of cobblestone. So let's run over here. And again, I got my charged porter, so I can always run back, or teleport back. We'll go over one of these buildings and grab a couple of things. I need flight so I can deal with this a bit better. Oh, look, some grass or something over there. These dimensions are pretty terrible. Pretty extreme hills biome. Wouldn't be bad to bring over the miner and drop it in this world. This only has parts too. That's an interesting feature. Like I'm used to getting full dimensional tabs. What's this? Let me go check this stuff out. Looks like fences, is it? Could it kinda be a village? Or these are recurrent complex generated buildings and stuff. It's weird. Okay. So an interesting setup. I don't know whether it wants me to like keep making them or what, because obviously the next quest in the book shows apparently I've never been to the Nether. Yeah, surely you found the perfect reality by now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to get to this one. Maybe I just have to keep making them and hoping for the best. Alright, well, I'm going to go to this building and then I'll probably teleport back to the overworld, so give me a second and I'll be right back. Ooh, this is not good. So I decided to make another dimension. And this one is dark, perpetual night. And it has monsters. Ow. Ow. And all sorts of weird and wonderful... I'm out. All sorts of weird and wonderful... I'm gonna die. Go on. Wow. Poison, mining fatigue. Oh, wow, that was a nasty, nasty dimension. I'll have my money back. It's really cheap, but oh my gosh. So, I guess I'll try again. All I did just then was I came back to the overworld, come back in here, threw this in, extracted it, took the dimlet for the number out, converted it to the next number up, put it back in, and stored it. And we get a different dimension. Right, so obviously it costs RF each time I do this. And I don't have a huge backlog of RF. I don't have some uber power supply. This isn't really going so great. It's going to burn through most of the power there, and it's going to take a while to craft up. So luckily for me, I'm getting near the end of my episode. I hear a witch. Which witch? Poisonous potato does nothing. What if the witch wants it? Where are you, pal? Down here? Ow. That's a cactus. So somewhere underground here's a witch. Let's have a quick look through the quest book. I haven't done anything else here. I did start looking at Psi, and I decided I'm not really that interested in it. I know that sounds terrible, but Dragon Roost Island, Advanced Rocketry. Yeah, I'm not all that interested in gone blank. But Psi, not all that interested in Psi. I guess for the moment I'm kind of at that point where I need to find whatever this dimension that it wants is. So I either need to make a load more power, or a better farm. So that's not quite doing what I was hoping. Either that, or I make a heap more of these solar panels, because this isn't filling up anywhere near as fast as it should. Well, that's already done. Doesn't have much RF in it, so let's... Oh, and you know what I did? I left my block in the other dimension, so I'll have to make another one of them. I've already pulled that dimension apart. I could effectively go back to it, but I just don't have the items now, so I'll have to make another one of those activity monitors so that I can place it down in the world. Let's see if I can get something decent. So I think I'll wrap up here. Thanks everyone for watching. Next episode, I wouldn't mind having a little bit more of a look at these augments. Well, we've got another distance enhancer blueprint. So we've gotten, as I get these things, I tend to pull them apart. We've gotten one for a reinforced fist, which I need some chrome plating for. But we're getting some bits and pieces. Let's try the marrow battery again. Again, it doesn't cost any power, it just costs a little bit of time and some paper. And I need to potentially find a few more of those guys and kill them off. So, yeah, with that, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you everyone for watching. That's out of power. Please leave your comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you later.